Welcome back to the Rogue River Preserve. In our last video, we explored the eBird database and discussed some of the challenges that birds face. It's clear that birds are vital to healthy, functioning ecosystems, and despite these challenges, birds have shown amazing resilience. For example, Vox's swifts used to roost in old-growth forests, but now, with old-growth forests nearly gone, swifts take advantage of brick chimneys for their roosting sites. Anna's hummingbirds have stopped migrating in parts of the Pacific Northwest and are able to remain in this region year-round. This is because people have put out hummingbird feeders which supply them with food during the winter months. Another example is the black-capped chickadee. They are able to survive the cold temperatures and scarce food sources by entering a state of torpor, or a very low activity state, in order to conserve energy. While in torpor, the bird's body temperature can decrease by nearly a third of its normal temperature, allowing it to survive extreme cold. These are all examples of birds showing resilience to change.
So we talked about the importance of gathering data on bird populations through tools like eBird. There are lots of other solutions that can help bird populations thrive as well. One of these is making bird boxes. Bird boxes provide stopover sites for birds during migration, nesting sites during breeding season, or shelter from the elements or from predators. These are usually built out of wood and placed in habitats specific to the bird it is intended to attract. Here at the Rogue River Preserve, there are several Lewis's woodpecker bird boxes throughout the area. We are going to monitor these bird boxes to see if they have been used or not. This will help us determine how useful these boxes have been and if they need to be moved or repaired, or to notice any changes in the Lewis's woodpecker population that visits the preserve.
So, what are some of the signs we will look for to see if birds are using these bird boxes? We can look for feathers, nesting material, scat, or even eggshells. While we're checking these bird boxes, write down on your bird box map which bird boxes show signs of use and which don't. Then we'll take a look at the data and we'll see if we can find patterns that can tell us a story about the Lewis's woodpecker.
All right, let's see what we found. Based on our findings, the majority of the Lewis's woodpecker boxes are being used. The occupied bird boxes aren't all in the same area either, which means these birds don't seem to favor a particular part of the preserve. All of the bird boxes look to be in solid working condition. Even though not all of these boxes show signs of use, the fact that some of them are being used is great news. Lewis's woodpeckers are threatened by habitat loss, specifically the loss of snags. Snags are dead or dying trees and are being reduced because they can be viewed as a fire hazard or an obstacle to logging industries. These snags provide shelter and nest cavities, and a lack of snags makes survival difficult for these woodpeckers. Bird boxes like these are a good alternative to snags, allowing the Lewis's woodpecker to still find nesting sites and reproduce. Since we are here in the fall, we've missed the nesting period for the Lewis's woodpecker, but If you were to visit the Rogue River Preserve in the spring, you may find these woodpeckers nesting in these boxes. If you do, we ask that you report your findings to the Southern Oregon Land Conservancy and assist them in their work to protect these unique birds. Now it's your turn to take some action or create your own solution to help bird populations stay vibrant and thriving throughout your region. You have many options to choose from, and we challenge you to make a pledge to help these birds. Check out the resources on this webpage about building and installing your own bird box and lots of other simple actions you can take. Together, our collective actions can create opportunities for birds all over the world to thrive and continue to show resilience.
Thanks for exploring birds with us at the Rogue River Preserve.
Be sure to check out some of our other Fall in the Field resources, like our herpetile hangout lesson, and stay tuned for our upcoming salmon lesson.
We look forward to seeing you next time.